Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back with our YouTube earnings update video. We are going to be looking at the stats for the full month of October 2017. I will be comparing that month to September of 2017. And when I do the full month, I will also show you a few stats from a year ago, 2 years ago, and 3 years ago. 3 years ago, at this time, my channel was only 2 months old, and I will show you the stats. If you're new to this series, there is a playlist link down below and also on the end screen, and you can catch up. I've been doing this for like a year and a half now, so you've got a lot of catching up to do. I do this twice a month. I report halfway through the month, and then I report for the full month. So let's just get started because we've got a lot to go through. Oh, and when we get to some of the stats there, one of the things I'm going to talk to you about briefly is what ads work the best for me. I'm not going to show you that on the screen because it involves the ad rates, but I will tell you how to get there so you can go look at your own and you can see what's working for you. October 2017, I uploaded 53 videos. In September, I uploaded 47. Subscribers are down. I'm pretty much down across the board for October. In September, I got 3,233 net subscribers, and in October, I got 2,893. That's still pretty cool considering that's a really sucky number. I'm glad that that's my new sucky. I have a total, at the time of this, when I wrote this down, I had a total of 32,558 subscribers. Views for October, 416,328. For September, 472,040. So yeah, definitely down. Watch time for October, where's the comma? 2,759,368 minutes of watch time. And in September, we had 3,475,772. Definitely down there also. My retention dropped. It was 45% for September and 43% for October. Gender, a little bit higher than the full month of September. I had 13% boys and 87% girls in September, and we have 14% boys and 86% girls for October. Shares actually went up a little bit. For September, I got 2,585 shares, and in October, 2,619. Absolutely love it when you guys share my videos. I don't care if you share them within YouTube or if you share what I put on Facebook. You share, it means you care, and I absolutely appreciate it. Thank you very much for those of you who do that. And some of you do it pretty regularly, and I notice those things. My end screen percentage also down. For September, I was at 3.01%. That means 3% of the elements you see that pop up on my end screen actually got clicked, and that is down to 2.67%. And my traffic sources are always about the same. For September, my traffic sources were 58% suggested videos and 20% browse feature. For October, 60% suggested videos, up a little bit, and 19% browse feature. The others are all like 4% and under. I believe my YouTube search is only 3-point-something%. I need to beef that up. That just means that of all the people who find my videos, only 3% of them found me through using the search function. Playlists. In September, my videos appeared in 8,237 playlists, and for October, that is also down. They appeared in 7,852 playlists. You like it when people put your videos in a playlist. That's a good thing. They're not doing anything wrong. I promise. It's a good thing. Revenue is down. For September, I earned, for the full month, $1,438.25, and for October, I am at $1,216.43. It's hot in here all of a sudden. It's because I made a cup of decaf, hot decaf. Ow. And now I'm going to go put the fan on. You know, 70 degrees today. That's warm for Maine for November. Okay, so down, and I have several theories. I do believe that since I'm going through a transition where I have started experimenting with Patreon, I believe that some people left because of that, and I also know that I'm losing revenue with almost all of my videos being flagged immediately as I upload, before I even publish them, as the yellow $, which means limited ads, and some of those remain yellow for 2 or 3 days. So I'm losing all the revenue in those first few days, and that is the most important time to be earning, because that's when I get the bulk of my views for most videos. Has nothing to do with my content or words in the title or anything like that. Denim quilt, you know, it doesn't matter what the content is, it gets flagged. My last 2 in a row, knock on wood, did not get the yellow $, but the same thing happened like a couple of weeks ago. I think for my last update, I don't know, I might have mentioned that a couple of them didn't get yellows, so I was like hopeful, but no, it went right back to yellows. So that kind of stinky suckies, and I'm dying for more coffee. The good news is that it makes me feel reassured that I do have to always be looking out for other platforms and trying new things and branching out, which I have done because I am now on Patreon. I have been for 2 weeks. It's been a long 2 weeks. I work hard there. I mean, I work hard at trying to think of ideas and how to keep the current patrons happy, and I don't feel like they're unhappy, but I just set expectations for myself, and I work hard at just, you know, doing what I feel I need to do for my Patreon. It's important to me, and I also, you know, just have to constantly think of new ways to get new patrons on board, and I also have to not piss off those who don't like Patreon. I just don't understand. You know, people will actually say to me, why don't you just get a real fucking job instead of always begging for money with YouTube and now Patreon? I'm not begging for money. I have never begged for money. And you know why I don't get a real job? Because I have a fucking real job. This is a job. I don't understand why people don't understand that. I work tons of hours willingly because I enjoy that. It's what keeps my head screwed on. I have to do it. I work hard. Just because I might not make a full-time living in your eyes, do remember, YouTube isn't my only income. I have other things going on. I'm okay financially. It seems like people think that you have to be doing something you don't enjoy in order for it to be considered work or your job. I mean, I just don't understand that. I really don't. I don't see somebody working at McDonald's and say they're begging for money. They're doing a job they probably don't even like, because a lot of people spend their entire lives doing jobs they don't like. And I think that is so sad. I don't think anybody has to do that. I think you should all be happy with what you do. So I have a job. I create my own jobs, and I absolutely enjoy what I do. I am proud of it. I am excited about it. I know it might sound like I'm bragging at times, but it's because I'm happy and proud, and it's no different than if I got an A on a math exam. I would have the, you know, the right to say, look, I got an A. Some people would still see that as bragging. I don't know. Some people just never want you to be proud of your accomplishments, and I'm not one of those people. I think you should be proud of everything, even the things that you attempt and you don't meet. You fucking attempted it. Be proud of that. Just be proud of what you do. Okay, end of rant. Let's go back to, what was I saying? I have no clue. Oh yeah, so I have been, working hard at doing all kinds of things, and when I look at my earnings that have dropped by more than $200 in 1 month, I say to myself, if I didn't do all the extra work I did, I probably would have dipped under 1,000. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? All you can do is put in the work. Give your best. And whatever happens, just know that's the best you could possibly do. Now, with all this said, my first day of November, the stats are in for November 1st, tanked. It's the lowest I've ever been in months. I had a day in the $20 range. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Well, I don't know if it's a real long time, but maybe like 3 months. And I was like, oh, it's all falling apart. But again, there's nothing I can do but just work hard. And I don't think there's a content creator out there who just always climbs. There's dips, and you know, I expected this dip when I had my spike in August, but instead of having a dip in September, I went up in September. So now I'm having the dip now, and we'll just see. You know, November could absolutely tank. I just don't know. All I know is I'm going to continue to do my best. And whatever happens, that's just what happens. I can't control anything outside of what I can personally do. Could I make some changes to maybe make some of my audience a little bit more happy? Do I know that I'm taking a risk by jumping on Patreon and talking about that in an excited way and not apologizing for the fact that I'm trying something else? You know I could cut back on that, but I also know that if you cater to certain people because you think that's what you need to do and it doesn't really make you happy, you're not going to get ahead, because those people who make you feel like you have to cater to them, they'll fucking turn their back on you so fast. Those aren't the people you cater to. The ones you cater to are the ones who say, you know what, Darlene, no matter what you do, I'm there because I just like you. That's what I need to listen to. I have to be happy first. And I want you guys who are content creators to know that and to feel that too. And do know you have to be happy with what you do. You have to, or it's not going to work at all. If you try to please your audience too much, you will get burned. You will. Okay, let's continue because, like I said, we got a lot to cover. Let's just do the previous years, and I'm doing it a little bit differently this time. I'm going to just tell you the stats for 1 year and then 2 years and then 3 years. 1 year ago, when my channel was just a little bit over 2 years old, I had 7,261 subscribers. So I have come a long way during the past year. My views were 80,523. My watch time was 452,455 minutes. And my revenue was $185.11. A video just got done rendering. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? So that's where I was a year ago. So you can bet your sweet ass that I'm proud of my $1,216. Even though it's down from the month before, I'm still very happy about that. 2 years ago, I had 817 subscribers. My views were 9,583. My watch time was 38,618 minutes. And my revenue for the month of October 2 years ago was $29.79. That's after I had been on YouTube for an entire year. 3 years ago, my channel was 2 months old. I had 94 subscribers. This is 2014. 94 subscribers. I got 5,769 views, and I had 28,317 minutes of watch time. And my revenue, I am surprised it's this high, and I'm almost embarrassed because it's not realistic. $15.23, which, believe it or not, is very good for 2 months in on YouTube. Especially when you don't know what you're doing. I didn't know anything 3 years ago. I mean, I just had little silly videos of Shaw's deals and coupons and stuff like that with no intention of ever making money doing that. I was just hoping to get people in to come to my blog. But the opposite happened. I ended up having an affair with YouTube and tried to bring my blog people to YouTube. And none of that works. Blog people are blog people, Facebook people are Facebook people. It's very hard to mix the platforms. So I built a whole new audience on YouTube, and that's you, Peanut Gallery. Hi! So if you're only 2 months in on your channel and you're not earning $15 a month, don't feel bad. If you earned $1, that's exciting. Because even though I didn't know what I was doing, I did have an audience for my coupon business, and those people would go over to watch my videos about the coupon deals and the coupons itself and all that jazz. I don't even have my countries filled in, completely blank. Hold on. Okay, I got my shit together. I made my list. The countries, we had a total of 113 countries. Isn't that like low? No wonder my stats suck. It says 113. Total of 113 countries watched my videos. My top 10 are, as always, top 3, US, UK, Canada. US has 70% of the watch time, UK 8%, Canada 7.1%, Australia 2.2%, India 1.7%, Germany 1.1%, Madagascar 0.7%, Ireland 0.6%, Russia 0.6%, and the Philippines 0.6%. The bottom 5 countries are Isle of Man. Is there an Isle of Woman close by? St. Vincent and Gren. I wrote just G-R-E-N, and that was only moments ago, and I don't remember. I want to say it was Grenadine. Does that make sense? Now I have to go look. It is St. Vincent and Grenadines. I used to like Grenadine in my screwdrivers. Lebanon, St. Lucia, and Nigeria. Those bottom 5 countries had a total of 20 seconds of watch time. Best 20 seconds they ever spent. I do top 5 states. California got 7% of the watch time, Texas 6.8%, Ohio 6.5%, Florida 5.0%, New York 4.9%, and Maine, my home state, is in 20th place. My Mainers have abandoned me. 1.9% of the watch time came from my own Maine. Maine sucks! Top bottom states. Okay, just I'm an idiot. Bottom 5 states are North Dakota, Wyoming, Alaska, South Dakota, and last place is Montana. And those bottom states watched about 4 to 6 minutes each of my videos. Before I show you the stats, I'm going to tell you that if you want to check something, let me get to where I want to tell you. In your Creator Studio on YouTube, go under Analytics, look for Ad Rates, click on Ad Rates. This is still on the sidebar. Then when your ad rates come up, scroll down and you'll see Video, Geography, Ad Type. Click on Ad Type. And that's going to tell you what ads are paying off for you. And I don't know if you realize that when you upload a video, click on the monetization tab. There are several options. You should have every box checked. At least I do. If you don't want to check every box, my highest is skippable video ads, auction style, which is different than reserved. You gotta be on the advertiser's end to understand all that stuff. 76% of my revenue comes from the skippable video ads. So you absolutely want to have that one turned on. Those are the ads that pop up at the beginning of the video, where after like 5 seconds you can click skip. Those are the skippable ones. So my revenue is coming from that. Second in line is display ads. Those are the ones that pop up on the actual video, not visible on mobile, but on PCs. That is like on the video, and they can X out of it if they want. 16% is from that. And then minor percentages are bumper ads, non-skippable ads, unknown, the fuck is unknown ads? Just random people advertising. I don't know. And those are the different options. So go check that out on your analytics and see what ads are working for you. If you don't have skippable video ads, auction style, in your list, that means you probably don't have them turned on, and you want those turned on, because I'm sure it's not a coincidence that those are the highest paying ones. I think they're probably the most important ones, because they also play on mobile. So go check that out. Now I'm going to take you to my computer, and we're going to look at horrible October.
You can see we are looking at October 1st through the 31st, 2017, and there are my earnings. And it changed a little bit since I wrote it down. I was at 1,216.43, and now you can see it has dropped a little bit to 1,214.94. And that continues to drop until I get paid, which I believe is, I think we get paid in 60 days, or I don't remember. I'm with so many different affiliate programs, I just don't even remember. Some are 30, some are 60. I think AdSense is 30. Anyway, here's the month. I only had one day in the 50s. One! And I just barely made it into the 50s. And then I was like so glad that I didn't hit in the 20s, but now the November 1st is going to be a new little dot right there, and it's at 29 something, or it might even be lower. Let's look. Let's go and include, no, let's just look at this month. That'll show us what we have so far for November, and they've only updated through the 1st. 29.11. There's my one little dot. So let's go back to last month. And let's go look at the videos. I'm sure there's nothing surprising. If you want to study, you can just hit pause. It's still the glass pendants, and then a lot of quilting stuff. A couple of tag-alongs made the cut. And there's the rest of it. And we're just going back to the camera now.
I really didn't have anything else to show you guys, and I've already talked a lot, because the full month updates are always a lot. I am going to just, keep my fingers crossed for November. I am not very hopeful. I'm going to be very busy this month, just stressing out over my upcoming trip to Memphis, because that's what I do. I stress out over it. I'm just going to do what I can. Again, I can only do the best that I can do, and as long as I know I have done my job, I'm just going to be happy with the outcome, because that's all I can do. YouTube and AdSense, they don't owe me a dime. They don't even have to exist in this world, so I'm very grateful to have programs like that and the other affiliate programs that I'm with that make it possible to have a real job in your own kitchen. When I am in Memphis, I will of course be doing some kind of a video with Skylar, most likely more than one, so she's always good for views, so we'll see if that helps. Thank you so much for watching, for hanging out with me, for putting up with all the highs and the lows and how much my channel evolves over time. That will always continue to happen. I can't do the same thing all the time. I just can't. Some of you say you would watch even if I sat and stared at a wall, and I sometimes think maybe that would be probably a good video. Not much editing there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Bye!